But first tonight, well, we all knew it was coming, the after Christmas credit card crunch. And for many, the solution is a card transfer for zero interest to wipe out their debt. Here's Rodney Lose with the best deals and the tender traps along the way.
Loyalty is dead these days. It pays to take your business elsewhere.
It can completely destroy your credit score, meaning you can't get finance anywhere.
January is typically the month of credit card pain. It's the Christmas shopping hangover. But never before have there been so many credit card providers offering a debt reprieve of 0% interest.
The trajectory for 0% deals is skyrocketing. It's gone from about 1 in 3 cards a couple of years ago to well over 50% now.
Sally Tyndall is from financial comparison site Rate City.
No coincidence that 0% deals are around at this time of year. People have done their Christmas shopping. The 55 days interest-free is starting to run out and they're wondering how to refinance that debt. So up come the 0% interest deals. Banks can get a new customer in the hook of a little marketing tool. But it's also interesting that this time of year, retailers are also jumping on board with 0% finance deals for furniture or big household items. They want you to get into the end of year sales and start shopping.
But there are traps that can leave you far worse off, so you need to do your homework. We'll tell you about the pitfalls in a second. Rate City, however, has identified the Bank of Melbourne's fee-free Visa and HSBC's Platinum Credit as the best of 0% balance transfer cards for under 12 months.
If you use them properly, you've got to read the fine print because some of those 0% interest deals can trap you into shorter payments or longer payments that might not suit your finances. And you might end up being in a deal that you can't get out of. So do your homework, read every single piece of fine print. I know it's boring, but it takes 5 minutes and you'll be ahead.
For those needing longer than 12 months interest-free, take a look at the Bank of Melbourne's Amplify card or the American Express Qantas Ultimate card. But be careful.
There's a lot of traps that you need to be aware of. Annual fees is the biggest killer. It can be as high as $700 a year, and if you keep the card for a number of years, that racks up into the thousands of dollars. The other one is handling fees, and now we're seeing 1 in 5 cards charging a handling fee. So when you transfer a balance over onto that credit card, they whack you with about 2.5% interest just for coming to the party.
Even the simple process of shopping around for a credit card can destroy your credit rating.
There's a thing called a credit inquiry, and if a client goes online, for instance, and applies for 10 different credit cards, that every time they apply for a credit card online to try and get the best rate, it actually means they get a credit inquiry recorded against their credit file, and too many credit inquiries just on their own, even if you don't accept the finance, can completely destroy your credit score, meaning you can't get finance anywhere.
CEO of MyCRA Lawyers, Graham Dossall, specialises in repairing people's credit ratings. He says what happens on your credit card can impact your ability to get a home loan.
And a lot of these people are referred to us by their mortgage brokers because the lenders refuse to lend them money. They see them as a bad risk because of all the inquiries they've made.
And you don't need to make many to be seen as a credit risk.
If you apply for more than, 2 or 3 in 6 months or 6 in 12 months, a lot of mortgage lenders will refuse you just based on that small number of inquiries alone.
And once you get a credit card, the trick is to never have a debt.
Minimum repayments are a real trick. You should ignore what the minimum repayment is, look at the balance and try and pay it off in full before the intro deal ends. In fact, the best way to do it is have a plan of how you're going to pay off that balance transfer deal and put the card in the freezer so you don't put any new purchases on top of that as well.